Hello and welcome back to Subnautica. Today, we're going to be going back to the Aurora. And more specifically, this is a how to get around in the Aurora. So, one of the first things you want to make sure of when you head there is that you have the proper equipment. You're going to need the repair tool, the scanner for the items that you're going to be able to scan there, at least one battery. If not, honestly, you'll probably find more batteries. The survival knife is a nicety. You don't need to have it. Let's see. Let me go ahead and drop that battery off real quick. Let's take a look at some of the items that we're going to have to build, though. The laser cutter. Now, in the last episode, I believe I picked up a diamond in order to go ahead and make that. It looks like we're going to need cave sulfur now, what used to be crash fish powder. But you need that in order to open up some seriously, like, frozen doors. Some doors that are shut and will not open even with the repair tool. You have to forcibly cut them open. Now, you're also going to need the propulsion cannon. So, let's go ahead and start making these things. I'll get up all the pieces together and show you what we needed. Alright, we've got one diamond, one battery, titanium, and cave sulfur in order to make the laser cutter. Let's go ahead and make that. And we've got the advanced wiring kit, the battery, and the titanium for the propulsion cannon. I'm going to make that as well, and I'll show you what you needed for the advanced wiring kit really quick. Let's see. Go up here, resources, electronics. The advanced wiring kit is all the way at the bottom here. It just requires 2 pieces of gold and 1 computer chip. The computer chip is 2 table coral samples, 1 gold and 1 copper wire. So technically you need 3 gold, 2 pieces of copper, 2 table coral samples, and you're good to go. As far as needing to make the advanced wiring kit for the propulsion cannon. Now, we're going to go ahead and double check everything that we've got on us. One of the things you want to make sure of, first and foremost, your radiation suit, because the Aurora is producing radiation at this point, or it should be. That includes the radiation helmet. Do not try and go out there with like a rebreather on or something. It will not end well. Let's see. We've got an O2 tank, fins, propulsion cannon, scanner, repair tool, laser cutter. Is there anything else you can think of that we would need? Let me double check really quick just to make certain. Scanner, we're going to be able to scan things. Flares we don't really need. That looks like it's pretty much it. For absolutely bare bones, need to have this stuff in order to get into and go around the Aurora. That is like the bottom line right there for stuff that you need to have. Make sure I get rid of the last of the titanium. Now, you do not need the Seamoth, but I've found that it does help, and I'll show you why after a bit. So right now, we're going to go ahead and head towards the Aurora, and you'll notice that the aft section, if you watched the previous episode, I did head to the aft section before in order to find parts. There's no real way in through the aft section that I've found. I have been known to be wrong before, but I've been checking out the aft end of the Aurora for some time now, and I have yet to find any way in. The front end is where you really want to check for the entrance into the Aurora. So that's where we're headed right now. Alrighty, at this point I'm slowing down everything so that you can see exactly where we're at. This is the largest entryway into the Aurora. You do need to be careful, because as you can see, we just saw the tail end. There he is, the Reaper Leviathan. There is one hanging out down there. They do love the sound of these submersibles. So, but once we're in here, I have yet to actually get attacked while I'm actually inside of the Aurora. So, now, many people have already been in here before. You know what's up. And I'm going to go ahead and just, for anybody who's never actually been in, this is the easiest way to get in. Maybe, if I can stop being attacked for 2 seconds. You use the propulsion cannon to get your way into this entrance here. It also happens to work great as a way to get rid of the cave crawlers. Now, this is the basic way to get in here, but the thing is I've had a request to learn how to get into the upper section of the Aurora. And if you've been through here and for some reason you cannot find your way up into the upper section through going through this way, I'm going to show you the roundabout way real quick. We just come around the side here, and bada bing. Now you will get the warning. You always get the warning, but just kind of ignore it for right now. Oh, we don't want that. We are going to pull this out really quick. Keep it handy, because these cave crawlers will eat you. It'll take a while to get you down in health, but it's better in the long run. Go ahead, pull out your weapon, keep it at your side, and just knock them off as you go along. You always want to check these to make sure that there's items around that you need. Oh, we didn't want that. I was actually aiming for the cave crawler. I picked up something larger. Now, it doesn't really matter which direction you chuck the cave crawlers into. They will die regardless. Yeah. Digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain pieces of humans, so in case you still had any doubts as to whether or not it was okay to just kind of let them be, there's your answer right there. Here's the back entrance up to the top half. We're just going to sneak along this little path right here. We're going to go right up through here. Let's see. Wait, there's some over... Wait, that one's green. We don't want the green ones. Definitely do not want the green ones. Alrighty. More batteries, which is good because we're getting pretty low. Alright, and let's go ahead and swap out the battery for that. Since we're in the area kind of thing, we've got the extra battery. Don't forget to pick up the fire extinguishers as we go along, because we will be using them. We're actually going to want to put that in here. We're going to need that more than the knife. We can sneak by here without using it, but sooner or later you're actually going to have to bust out the fire extinguishers and start using them. Oh, here is a PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
Alrighty then. This is the main, what I call the upstairs. There's plenty of items to pick up here. Oh, we can scan this desk. Let's see. Oh, we can scan the swivel chair. Swivel chairs are always a definite must-have. Oh, I stepped in the fire. Never a good thing. Let's go ahead and run straight through here. I'm going to need to pull out that propulsion cannon again, because coming in through the top here, once again, we find the same issue that we had before where we're blocked. So let's just get this stuff out of the way. And that's all we need to get out of the way. Let's see. Go ahead and grab that. Now that PDA that we just grabbed should have the code to get in here. We may not need it. Do we need it? No, we need it. So we're going to go to our data bank. We're going to go to the data downloads. We're going to go to codes. Note to self, cargo bay code 1454. We're going to go ahead and use that just to get in here. 1454. And we're good to go. And we can go ahead and come in. Now, if we actually came in from the bottom up, we wouldn't need that code. It would be unlocked from this side. So we're lucky. Either way you go, you're still able to get in. I'm going to zoom through here real quick, because I'm guessing that's what they meant about getting into the upper part of the Aurora. However, I'm going to show a few more things while I'm in here. There's tons of nutrient blocks and water if you're playing on survival. You never want to pass those up because it's far easier than trying to track down and trying to catch fish and make your own water. Alrighty, and we're going to come right down here. Oh! We're going to slide on down here into the water. Now, normally, I usually take the other way around altogether from the bottom and work my way up. But once again, we're showing off how to get into this section of the ship from the other side. And while we're here, I'm going to show you a couple of other things. First and foremost, this is why you want the repair tool. Well, one of the reasons why. We're going to repair this, and this is the Seamoth Bay. Open the door. Now, if you didn't get the Seamoth before, you can scan. There should be enough pieces in here to scan in order to get the Seamoth now. As you can see, there's one piece hanging from the ceiling, one piece on the floor. I believe there's some other pieces in the ship. The pressure compensator is what I'm looking for here. The pressure compensator, when we get back outside, we're actually going to pop it into the side of the Seamoth. You can't really see it on this destroyed one here. But there is a place where you can put that in. It'll give you like another 100 meters in depth that you can go down to. So that makes your life a whole lot more interesting. Let's go ahead and put out these fires. Get by here. This is the engine compartment, and you'll see that here shortly. This is why you need... I put you out. Don't try and oof me. Seriously. This is why you need the radiation suit. This right here these are the engines. The Cyclops and we don't need that right now, but it's nice to have for the future. What we want to do in here is we want to repair these. All these holes in the engines here, we want to go ahead and get those closed off because, well, you'll find out here in another 9 repairs. And that makes 11. Well, a total of 11.
Attention. High energy particle containment field restored. Auto decontamination sequence initiated. Aquatic radiation levels are estimated to return to safe levels in T-minus 3 days, 10 hours.
So, 3 days game time from now, we will be able to swim without having to worry about radiation from the Aurora just completely throwing off our groove. I just wanted to show you there's nothing really anything here. If you were paying attention when I sped through the waters here while I was repairing everything, you'll probably notice I did get attacked a couple of times. There are those giant leech-like creatures that will latch onto you with tentacles and the whole 9 yards. They will damage you, so don't bypass any of the first aid that you happen to run across, because it could literally save your life when you're not looking. Because those things will just come right up, start munching on you, and you'll kind of forget about them after a while. So, like that one right there, which is why I usually keep a knife handy. If I can find him. Aha! Did I already kill this one? How odd. What in the world? Come on, I just hacked at that dude. Whatever. Alright, now for the sealed door. This is why you needed that diamond and why you do need the laser cutter. You do need to cut through at least 2 sealed doors in here in order to get through to the entire sections, or all the sections of the ship. Let me grab some air here. Now, there are PDAs throughout here that you don't want to forget, because some of them will have
Integrating new PDA data.
not just storyline to help you through and find new and interesting things in game,
New PDA data.
but they will also have codes. There's at least one code in a PDA in this area here that will help you in the next area coming up. Go ahead and check that out. Let's check this out. And we're going to need the repair tool here. Now, technically, you don't have to put out the fire there. So let's just go ahead and repair this door and head on in. This is one of the more interesting areas. I love this area for the prawn suit alone. And we're going to go ahead and scan. There's several prawn suits to scan in here. We can't scan that one. I mean, I've tried walking out on the beam and jumping up and trying to scan it, nothing. So don't waste your time with that one, because there's more than enough pieces right in through here. And this is why we wanted to have all of those fire extinguishers. We're going to go ahead and start putting out some of these fires and scanning some of these prawn suits. You know, I think it's kind of funny that I still try to use the sweep maneuver when when I'm using a fire extinguisher in game. I don't know if that's silly or what, but whatever. There's a reason why I'm going through all of this here, and it's not just because I am kind of anal about everything. Let's see, let's drop that old one. There are some more pieces in here, some other things that we can pick up. If I can find it, where'd it go? Just like with the pressure compensator that we found before, right around in here, so there it is a storage module. Now that's for our Seamoth as well, and we want that, and that's pretty much all we really needed as far as that goes. We've got the prawn suit fragments, we've got the pressure compensator, no, the there we go. Now we can make the prawn suit.
New blueprint acquired.
So we've got all the pieces of the prawn suit we needed. We've got the storage module that we needed. Let's go ahead and bust out our handy-dandy propulsion cannon. And start chucking stuff out of the way. Come on. Now, for those of you who are wondering, this isn't the only way to get up there. You can technically put out some of the fires over there and try and leap over this way and blah, 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 blah. This is probably the easiest way, though. Just bring out your propulsion cannon and start chucking stuff everywhere. Well, chucking stuff away from you. Now, there's plenty of food and water off to the side here. You don't want to forget that. You never want to leave those behind. Let's see. Anything else? Aha. Alrighty. Fire extinguisher, back to the rescue. Yeah. Let's go ahead and heal ourselves up real quick. A vending machine, which does come in handy. It's more than just eye candy. Lab counters and single wall shelves that they used in order to make a bar, which is pretty cool. Another fire extinguisher. My favorite Keep Calm kitty poster. I don't care who you are, that's some cute stuff right there, man. That's all we can really get in here for now. I mean, we can put out that fire, but there's no real need to. There's more pressing stuff that we can use that fire extinguisher on. Such as getting this doorway open here. Now, you'll find all sorts of good stuff. These bags here, you want to open them and check and see if there's anything in there. There usually isn't, but sometimes you might find something in there. I have yet to actually find anything in there, but it rarely hurts to look. Of course, there's beds to scan, which you can actually sleep in a bed in-game, but not until you have someplace built to put your bed. Let's see. Head on up to the next room. There's more posters, but, you know, not detrimental to life on Earth as we know it. However, it doesn't hurt to pick them up just to help make your future home look pretty. We're going to keep going through here. That room's pretty much blocked off. There's nothing to get from it in there. We can scan this bench here. Open the storage. You can pick these up. If you do, I suggest that you put your food and whatnot away first, or put stuff in there first before you pick it up. Let's see. I should have got rid of the filtered water instead of the disinfected water. Technically, I don't need any of the water because of the game type that I'm playing right now, just to show you how to play this, or how to get through here. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the filtered stuff again. Grab the extra battery. You can pick up the other posters in here once again if you want to. You don't need to come through here. We were just here. This is one of the two locked doors that are on this side. Now, there's a bit of an aside to that. While there's two locked doors, there's only one code to open the doors. And only one of the doors will open right now. I don't know if they plan on fixing that in the future or if they plan on leaving it that way. But in order to do that, we'd already picked up the code in the previous section. Let's see, note to self, we already looked at. Sweet offer. It is code 1869. I'm going to leave you to read the PDA yourself for a nifty little treat there. I'm going to come right in here.
Integrate new PDA data.
Responsible autonomous relationships. Now, once again, I'm not reading that for you. I think you should read it yourself. I think you'll find it rather interesting. Okay, technically I didn't need to pick up the cap. I like picking up the cap, because that's just who I am. Ooh, wall shelves. We don't need those. I want them anyway, because anything you can scan, you probably should. The arcade toy. And over in this hallway here, you'll find the other door that is locked. No, as far as I have been able to find, there is no way to actually get in here. I don't know if there's actually anything in there to pick up either. But we're going to go full circle in this one. I'm going to take you back down here, and we're actually going to head out the way that most people come in, seeing as how we started out from the other way around, just so you can find your way back to this point. Alright, we're under the water. We're going to look for holes through all of this mess until we can get to this basic hallway here. There is an empty... That's completely empty. There's no battery for that flashlight. But you don't need to pick up the flashlight, but I pick it up anyway because I'd rather pick up an empty flashlight and put a battery in it than to make a flashlight. Let's see. Don't want to forget to scan the data terminal here. Let's go ahead and check. Oh, nope. Where did our flashlight go? I'm gonna grab a battery for this. So we can grab that battery there. Let's see, grab a cutting tool, start cutting a hole through this door here. And we will officially be every place that we can be within the ship, starting from the other side. There is another room over here that does actually have... Oh, I just got hit in the noggin here. Let me show you where we're at right now. There is another room down there that we can check out. We will check out here shortly. I'm going to go ahead and put out this fire. Go out, fire. Go out. I said go out. Now, if we come all the way back up here, we find that we are literally right back where we started from, right at the very entrance. There's our sea moth right there. We come back down through here. This is how people normally start out in this entire area, is coming down through here. Don't forget to grab this PDA. It gives you the lab access code. Here's the lab. Let's go to the data bank. Lab access is 6483. Once again, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. 6483. And open it up. Now, we may not have anything to scan anymore because, yeah, the only other thing that was down here to scan at the moment were those, but we do have the data terminal here. We can come back out this way. And that's pretty much it for the Aurora. We've picked up everything that we really can. We've gone everywhere that we can go. And I want to thank you for coming along on this wild and crazy ride, and you have a wonderful evening. Thanks.